hopping straight into it, we're going to come over onto tabletop. So readjust yourself on your mat to make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders and those knees are underneath your hips, pushing through 10 fingers and the tops of your feet. Inhale as you drop that stomach to the floor, send the gaze forward. Exhale as you tuck that pelvis underneath, round up and over. Nice fluid movements linked with the breath. And again, feel free to sort of hang out in any areas that might feel a little more tight, a little more sore, stiff. So you can go a bit rogue. Just play around with the movement. Last round. Coming back to center, we're going to send the right leg back behind us on an inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to draw the knee towards our chest, tuck it in, squeeze for a second. Inhale, send it back. Exhale as we tuck and squeeze. Keeping nice and strong through the center. On this next one, inhale, send it behind you. We're just going to take 10 small pulses up and down, so sending the heel up towards the sky. Again, making sure that we're keeping the weight through the center. Nice and strong, pushing through the hands. 2 and 1. Rest that leg back down to the floor, and we're going to switch sides. So sending the left leg behind us, inhale. Exhale as we draw the knee to the chest, tuck and squeeze. Inhale, send it back out. Good, let's go 3 more. Really contract, really squeeze when you draw that knee in towards your chest. Last one, because I've lost count. Exhale, draw. Send that leg back, inhale, pulses up and down. Keep that breath nice and even. Watch we're not sinking over onto that supporting hip. So keep nice and square through the center. 3, 2, and 1. Relax the leg back down to the floor. Tucking the toes, we're going to lift the knees off. Inhale. Coming to our floating table. 3 deep breaths here. Remember that teacup on the back, keeping it nice and flat. Exhale, release, send the hands further out and forward, in front of you. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, as we just lower nice and slow to the ground. Hands come off. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze. Exhale to release. Last one, inhale. Exhale to release. Hands come either side, pushing yourself back up to tabletop. Sending it all the way back. So sending your sit bones to your heels, coming into your child's pose. Relaxing the head down towards the floor. Staying active in the arms, so really pushing the hands into the floor. Good. Inhale, come back up to tabletop, moving through those sequences of movements again. So tucking the toes, inhaling to lift the knees off the floor. Keep that breath steady, nice deep breaths. Last one. Exhale, release the knees to the floor, send those hands up further forward. Inhale, shift the weight. Exhale as we lower nice and slow. Releasing the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale as we lower. We've got one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to release. Coming back up to tabletop. Threading the needles. So we're going to take our right hand to our head. We're going to inhale as we draw our right elbow to our left wrist, and then exhale as we open up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. You got two more. Last one. Good. Release the hand to the floor. Switch sides. Take the left hand to the head. Inhale. Exhale as we open. Really trying to open the entire chest, head up towards the ceiling. And last one. Good. Release the hands. Take them slightly further forward. Preparation to come to downward dog. So tuck the toes. Lift the knees off the floor. Send the hips up to the sky. And again, you can really take your time with this one. So find what feels good. Take it for a little pedal, a little walk. Stretch out the upper body. And then when you're ready, just take 2 breaths of stillness. So try and find some stillness in the posture. Just 2 breaths. Keep clawing through all 10 fingers. Good. And then from here, we're going to walk our feet up to our hands. So inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Take nice baby steps all the way up to your hands. A nice relaxed forward fold, so keeping the knees bent. You can take a couple of sways. And then when you're ready, bend the knees even more. We're going to roll up super slow, stacking the vertebrae as we go. Once you get to the top, take any adjustments that you need to before we start moving. And then together we're just going to inhale as we sweep the arms up. Reach up towards the sky, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you tilt over to the right hand side. Inhale, come up. Exhale as you take it to the opposite side. Inhale, reach up again. Slight back bend if it feels comfortable for you. Exhale, release the hands, interlace the fingers behind the back this time. Rolling the shoulders down, palms, tops of the hands pressing down towards the floor. Nice deep breath here. And then exhale, release 3 big shoulder rolls back. Good. Coming hip width apart. Feet hip width apart, standing into Tadasana, lengthening through the body. Inhale as we sweep the arms up. Exhale as we bend the knees, hinge forward from the hips, coming down to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Track those hands up the legs, elbows pointing back, pinning those shoulder blades back together, finding that lovely long spine. Exhale, release, hands down to the ground. Inhale, step the right foot back. Drop the knee to the floor. Keep the toe tucked. Inhale as you sweep up. Exhale, release the hands to the floor. Inhale, shift the weight back, coming into a nice half split. Exhale as you roll it through. Inhale, lift the back knee off the floor. Come up nice and tall if we can. If not, we're going to stay. Fingertips on the floor. Exhale, release the hands. Step the left foot back to the right, coming into your first plank. So again, making sure the shoulders are over the wrists, stacking through the body. Mindful of the hips, watch they're not here. Keep squeezing. Deep breaths. Good, lowering the knees to the floor. Exhale as we lower through our press up. Inhale as we sweep up cobra. Shoulders relaxed. Chin is tucked. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, send it up, downward dog. So just moving nice and slow through our first round. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward to the top of your mat. 2 big steps up to your hands. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you lower. Bending the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up. Reach up towards the sky. And then straight away, exhale as we move through our forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Switching sides. Exhale to release. This time stepping the left foot back, inhale. Drop the knee to the floor, sweep the arms up nice and tall. Exhale, release, hands to the floor. Inhale, shift that weight back. Try and flex this front foot. Exhale, roll through the foot. We're inhaling, lifting the back knee off the floor. Exhale, release, hands come to the ground, stepping the right foot back to the left, coming into our plank. Good. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, lower down to the ground. Inhale, sweep it up, cobra. Exhale, lower, tuck the toes, send it up, downward dog. Bending the knees, inhale, look forward, step or hop up to your hands. Coming into your forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Chin is tucked, find that length in the spine. Exhale to release. Bending the knees, inhale, sweeping up, coming up nice and tall. Reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release the hands down by your sides. Coming into your mountain pose, Tadasana. Find that grounding, really feel all corners of the feet pushed into the floor. Feel the length through the entire body. Notice this slight changes in your body, increase in heart rate. Just take one deep breath here. Exhale, release through the mouth. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, we hinge forward, coming down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Your option, we can either step or hop back to our plank. Inhale. Squeeze here for a second, and then moving through your own flow. Inhale as we shift the weight forward. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, release. Tucking the toes, send it up, downward dog. anchoring through the left heel. Inhale, sweep the right up to the sky, coming into our three-legged dog. Exhale as we draw it through the center, tucking the knee to the chest, coming into our plank. Inhale, send it up. Toes are dialing down to the floor. Exhale as we tuck. Inhale, sweep it up again. This time, exhale, send it through the center, step it up to the top of your mat. Coming into our lunge, we're going to turn that back foot out slightly. Inhale as we sweep it up, warrior one. Really fine grounding through the feet. Slight tuck of that pelvis underneath. Watch we're not flaring those ribs open. Deep breath here. Relaxing the shoulders down. Good, inhale. Exhale as we open up to our warrior two. So twisting the torso, coming square with the hips. Nice deep breaths. Sending the gaze to the middle finger of that front hand. And then we're sending it back. Inhale, shift the weight back. Exhale as we tilt, coming into our peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. Really staying active in the body, so try not to dump all the weight down. We're lifting through the chest. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale, take it all the way down. Turn that back foot in. Step the right back to the left. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale as we move through our own flow. Inhale, sweep up. Take your time. Exhale, tuck the toes, send it up, downward dog. Good, switching sides, anchoring in the right heel to the floor. Inhale, sweep the left up. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest, squeeze, coming into your plank. Inhale as you draw it up. Exhale as you tuck, squeeze. Inhale. This time exhale, step it all the way up. Taking it to the other side, turning that back foot out slightly. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Warrior one. Really strong, powerful postures. Really feel the entire foot on the floor, pressing through the floor. If it's a bit uncomfortable, you can take those hands to the hips. Last deep breath here. Good, inhale. Exhale as we open up to our warrior two. And again, nice deep breaths here. Inhale, reach back. Exhale as we tilt. Chest is opening up to the sky. Really be mindful that you keep active in the hands. So really keep that energy flowing all the way up to the fingertips. Watch we're not cranking the shoulder up to the ears. Good, inhale, windmill it all the way down. Taking it to the ground, turning that back foot in, stepping left back to right, moving through your own flow. Exhale as we come up, downward dog. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop up to your hands. Coming into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. We're going to take the left foot behind the right. We're going to cross them over. We're going to try and get them to sort of reach in line with each other. So you should feel a great increase in stretch in this left leg. And it's entirely up to you whether you come to your halfway lift or whether we sink a little further down into our forward fold. Nice deep breaths. Keep pushing through the feet. Relaxing the head down. Last deep breath here. Cross it back over, coming into your forward fold. Halfway lift, so reach up. Exhale to release, and then we're going to switch sides. Take the right, cross it behind the left. Come into this sort of twist with the legs. So switching the stretch to the right leg. Right leg. Lovely deep breath again. If you need to, you can use some blocks as a support for your hands or some cushions. Last one. Exhale, release, take it back across, coming into your forward fold again. And then from here we're going to bend the knees, ground through the feet, coming up to our chair pose. So sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale as we release it back down to our forward fold. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Again, if it's more comfortable for you, you can keep the hands to the hips. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, sweep the arms up. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths, or 3. Keep that length in the spine. Find that beach ball overhead, so we're not taking too narrow a hold above. Good. From here, pushing the weight to the right foot. See if you can step the left foot back into a lunge. Tucking the hip underneath. We're going to come into our twist. So take the hands together at the center. Taking your left elbow to the outer edge of your right knee. We're going to twist up towards the ceiling. If this isn't accessible for you, you can take the hands to the floor and just stay here for a few breaths. Or we can take a nice gentle twist with just the right arm. Keep grounded. Last deep breath here. Exhale, release the hands to the floor. We're going to bend into this back left leg. Inhale. Exhale, step it up just a little bit closer so we come into a sort of a pyramid posture here. And then all we're going to do is we're going to take our fingertips slightly further forward than our front foot. We're going to shift that weight into this front leg. Light bend in that front knee. We're going to lift the back leg off the floor if we can. So we're coming into our sort of standing balance here. Toes are dialed down towards the floor. Couldn't get my words out then. If it's comfortable for you, you can stay with the fingertips rested on the ground. If you want a bit more from the posture, we can see if we can take the fingertips off the floor. Eventually they might come to the chest. We might take them up overhead. So just find what works for you today. Just a few more deep breaths here. Exhale, release everything back down nice and gently. Take the leg through to your forward fold. One more deep breath here. And then we move through our chair again. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the hands. Two more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, sweep. And again, options to take the hands to the hips here, or even to the center. Deep, deep, deep breaths. Feel the contact with the floor, feel the contact through your mat. And then shifting the weight to the left hand, the left foot, unpeel the right. See if you can step it back to your lunge. Nice and controlled. Coming into our twist, hands come to the center. Prop that right elbow to the left knee, twisting open to the side. So really trying to rotate the chest open. Send the gaze up to the ceiling if we can. Keep breathing. Last few breaths. Good. Exhale, release. Take the hands to the floor. Bending into that back right leg. We're going to inhale. Step it up a little bit closer. So just a few breaths here. Really find the time to ground yourself. Prepare yourself. Taking those fingertips a little bit further forward. Shifting the weight through that front leg. Taking that back leg off the floor. Or maybe you even want to stay here today. Options are there for you. Sending the gaze down to the floor, tucking that chin so we find that long spine. Awesome deep breaths. Last few. Woo. Good. Exhale, release the foot. Take it back to our forward fold. And then all we're going to do from here is we're going to bend the knees, coming into a sort of really low crouching position. Take the hands behind you. Send your legs out long. And then we're going to come into a nice seated forward fold. So we're going to come into staff pose first. So sitting up nice and tall. If your hands reach the floor, take them either side of your body. Trying to flex those feet, so staying up nice and tall. Find that lovely long length through the spine, so really lifting up through the core. Really good for maintaining good posture. So I like to imagine that I've got an imaginary wall here, and I'm really using it to press my feet against. Good, and then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale as we hinge forward. And again, trying to stay active through the feet here. Like I always say, making sure we hinge through from the hips first, so we're not arching the back over. The back is nice and tall. Even if you come to here and you find a stretch, as long as that back is long, that's all that matters. So we're aiming to try and get the stomach on the top of the thighs. Last few deep breaths here. Inhale, come up nice and slow, sending it all the way onto our backs. So coming down nice and slow to the ground, nice and controlled. Take both knees into your chest. Give them a nice big hug in. Take a few rocks from side to side. Exhale, release the feet to the floor, coming into our bridge. So tucking the heels nice and close into the glutes, pressing your palms into the floor. We're going to lift the hips off the ground. So we're going to inhale as we dig the heels into the floor. Lift the lower back, the mid back, and the upper back off the ground. Reach the hips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you lower back down nice and slow. We're just going to go through 4 more of those. Inhale as we lift. Exhale as we lower. Watch what your knees are doing here. Try not to let them come out too far or come into the middle. So stay really engaged through the legs. Keep them tracking forward. Inhale, lift. This time we're going to clasp the fingers together underneath our back. And we're going to draw our shoulder blades underneath. So we're really pressed on the top of our shoulder blades. That should help us get a little more height with the hips. Keep digging through the heels. Nice few deep breaths here. Feel the legs engage. And then exhale, release the hands, come down nice and slow. And again, take the knees to the chest one last time. Planting both feet to the floor. We're just going to come into a nice gentle twist. So inhale to prepare. And then exhale as you just allow your knees to fall open to the left hand side. Options here to keep the hands at the center, or we can take them out to the sides, palms facing down. Just nice, deep, wholesome breaths. Lovely. Inhale back to center. Switching sides. Exhale. Allow the knees to fall open to the right hand side. It's just a really nice gentle twist. If it feels good, you can close your eyes. Lovely, and then coming back up to center. Yogi's choice whether you want to come into Shavasana or come up to seated sort of meditation pose. If you're choosing to stay on the floor, straighten out your legs. Allow your hands to come to the ground, palms facing up. If you've got a few minutes, we're just going to lightly close our eyes. Just giving our bodies a chance to sort of absorb everything from our practice. So just allow the body to become heavy. Feel each individual body part just starting to relax and soften. And then you can start to deepen your breath. Start to pay a close attention to your breath. Inhaling as you allow the stomach and the chest to expand and rise. Exhaling as you allow them both to soften, deflate. With every exhale you bring just a little bit more relaxation to the body. Anytime your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to the focus of the breath, to the sensations of the breath. Thanks for joining me. Give yourself a big thanks for taking time out of your day. And then just lastly, we're just going to take one deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Really awesome work, guys. I'll see you all next week.